Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we're going to show you how to change out the GE Refrigerator Armature Kit. It's going to be a very easy repair, and it only took a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new Armature Kit. The Armature Kit switches the ice bucket in between crushed and cubed ice. The main reason you'd be changing it out is if it's failed and you can't switch between the two. In order to get to the part, we have to open up the freezer door. Once you have the door open, we have to take the ice bucket out. We're just going to lift up on it, pull it out until it stops, then lift up on the back and pull it out the rest of the way. Once you have it out, you can set it aside. Now that we have the ice bucket out of the way, we have to remove this whole assembly so we can change the part. First, we're going to disconnect the wire harness. There's a locking tab on each side. We have to reach back with a flathead screwdriver to release them so we can pull the harness off. Once you have the harness free, you can lift it up, just get it out of the way. And then we can grab the 1/4" nut driver, take out the 4 screws that hold the assembly to the brackets. Once you have all the screws out, we can reach in and pull the assembly out. Might have to lift up on it a little bit, then pull it out. Once you have it free, you can lower it down a little bit. And then we have to reach back and release that wire harness. Just have to squeeze each side. There's a locking tab on each side. Once you have it free, you can pull the whole assembly out. Now that we have the assembly out of the machine, we have to take out the solenoid so we can get the Armature Kit out. We're going to use the 1/4" nut driver to remove these 2 screws. Once you have the 2 screws out, we're going to reach underneath and grab the solenoid and just turn the whole assembly over. Once you have it flipped over, we have to separate the Armature Kit from the solenoid. Since we took the screws out, we're just going to lift it up and pull it out. And you can set the solenoid aside and then lift the armature plunger out and set it aside. We do have to take the foam block off the solenoid. It's just held on there by adhesive tape, so we're just going to pull that off also. Here's the old Armature Kit next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. To put the new assembly on, first thing we're going to do is put the new styrofoam block on. We have to peel off the paper. We can stick it to the solenoid. Once you have it in place, we're going to set the armature assembly in place. All you have to do is set it down into the solenoid. Then we're going to rotate it over and put the lower part into the yoke. There's a little leg on each side that you have to get in the channel. Once you have it in place, you can hold it while we turn the assembly over, and you have to hold the solenoid in place while you put the screws back in so it doesn't fall apart. We're going to use our 1/4" nut driver to put them back in. Now that we have the new Armature Kit installed, we can put the assembly back into the freezer. To put the assembly in, we're just going to carefully feed it back into the freezer. Then we have to grab the wiring harness and plug it in. It can only go one way, so make sure you line it up, push it in so it locks in. Once you have it in place, we can lift the assembly up and set it into position. Once you have it in place, you can line up the screw holes on the left. And then we can use the 1/4" nut driver to put the screws back in. Once you have the screws in place, we're going to reach in and plug the ice maker in. All you have to do is line up the plug, make sure it locks in there. Once you have the ice maker plugged in, we can put the ice bucket back in the freezer. To put the ice bucket back in, we're just going to line it up on the rails and push it back into place. Once you have it all the way in, we can close the freezer door, plug it back in, and make sure it starts to cool. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.